Hey guys, this is Skinny with Mike Mers. I want to talk about TiRant45 Pistons, a couple other videos about this, but this is about 45 pistons threaded .578 by 28. So that will be the thread pitch found on most everything in 45, with the exception of HK's handgun, so like a Tactical or a Mark 23. As you can see, AAC's 1911 from Nighthawk, gun is unloaded, mag is out. When I close this is the short piston, and you can see the relationship between the rear of the silencer and the barrel bushing is very close. The reason we can get away with this very close arrangement is when you open the gun, there is no guide rod. So notice, there's nothing to bang into the back of the silencer. When this gun recoils, the slide comes to the rear. Nothing goes forward. Now, when you look at the relationship, this is a full-size TiRant45 with a long piston. You see how the gray part of the piston offsets? And the reason that is if you have a gun like a SIG 220 with a guide rod, or really a 1911 even, with a full-length guide rod, this would be like a Glock. Now this isn't 40 caliber, but this is the same reason. See how there's the rear of the silencer, and then there's the piston. When you retract the slide on this gun, again, gun's unloaded, you can see how the guide rod needs to be offset by the piston. If the piston was flush fit like it is on our 1911 gun that I just showed you, the guide rod would check into the back of the silencer. So the only time you can use our short piston, the .578 by 28 short piston, would be a gun like a 1911 with a USGI recoil system, so no guide rod, or a gun with a very long barrel that's actually already offset for a silencer. So this is the gun from FN, so FNP45. I don't know really why FN put this big long barrel here and then the threading, unless they were trying to keep the recoil rod from checking into the rear of the gun. See, the recoil rod actually doesn't make it all the way to the threaded section. So this is an exception to the rule because it has a guide rod, but because the barrel is so long, there's no reason to run an offset piston. So this is our long piston, and you can see I've got offset here to keep the barrel's long to keep the guide rod from touching the silencer, and then the silencer's extended to keep the guide rod from checking the silencer. There's kind of a lot going on here. When you run and this is one of the advantages to the TiRant45 is its toolless take apart. So let's say you're at the range and wanted to switch, you could. But when you run the flush fit piston, it's going to be just a shorter overall package. Now, performance, sound-wise, and recoil-wise, I mean, as far as the gun functioning, nothing's going to change here. It's just going to give you a cleaner look and make for a shorter overall package. You can see that's flush. When I put this on, I just made the gun, 3/16 of an inch shorter. And again, under recoil, the guide rod's not checking into the back of the silencer. So short pistons, guns with long barrels like this FNP45, or a gun without a recoil rod, or just run the long piston. You can always run a long piston on anything threaded .578 by 28. Enjoy.